galera, beleza? Aqui é o Samuel Incrível voltando com vocês com mais um vídeo da nossa série de Stanley Parable. No nosso último vídeo nós vamos visitar o porão do local que nós estamos no escritório, onde não tem ninguém, praticamente não há ninguém no escritório. E vocês perguntam, cadê o MB Games? Bom, de vez em quando, ou então talvez, ou nunca, ele vai estar gravando comigo. Então, vamos torcer para que um dia ele volte, tá bom? Ok, mas vamos ver aqui. Vamos ver o que mais nós podemos interagir, que eu esqueci. Com certeza, faz muito tempo, faz um tempinho que eu não jogo o jogo, então capaz de ter me esquecido. Deixa eu ver aqui. Chegamos às
When
duas
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Não. Não te respeito.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Não vou te respeitar.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Esquerda, ele falou? Não, vou direto. Não vou te respeitar.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Tá bom, vamos lá.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What?
Sob da louca.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince...
Espera um minuto aí, pessoal, quero ver uma coisinha aqui. Áudio, volume geral, vamos dar música. Vou baixar um pouquinho, tá muito alto. Acho que aqui já tá bom. Volume geral, vamos ver aqui o volume do gritadeiro. Certo. Ok, vamos ver aqui.
you of this, but I really do want to help you, to
Ok,
show
melhorou
you
um
something
pouco.
beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Tá bom. Vamos ver o que você quer.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Tá bom, vamos pra porta vermelha. Só que não, eu quero azul. Eita!
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Eu vou pra azul.
I still don't think
Ah,
we're
cara.
communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Não, vou na azul.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
Sim.
don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
Tem
I haven't
nada.
even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Quer saber? Eu tô pensando numa coisa assim. Eu não vou entrar naquela porta.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Eita. Tem Stanley Parable, Order About Lady Border. Vou entrar nesse aqui.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Você não me deixa falar? Nem sei se o Stanley fala. Que é isso aí que você... Load infinito.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Nunca!
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Sério mesmo? Eu vou ter que fazer isso por 4 horas? Morre! Vai, morre! Morre!
You heartless bastard.
De nada.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
É a segunda
Because
opção.
if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Ok, a gente vai para um outro jogo. Haha!
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Minecraft,
The one thing you
sério?
always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
Sério, a gente vai jogar Minecraft.
Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Ele tá construindo uma casa.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off... Yes, it's complete.
Quero entrar.
I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of
Eu
art
faço melhor.
and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes.
Mas
Come
o
along,
quê?
Stanley. We have to go mining.
A gente não tem picareta de ferro, a gente não tem nada, senhor. Eu sou horrível em encontrar diamantes. E tá tocando a música no Mine. Será que eu perco vida?
Oh my, It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Não trouxe luz, não. Já estamos na bedrock.
Oh,
Meu
no,
Deus,
no, no,
que
no,
escuridão.
no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel
Nossa,
utterly
que escuridão.
irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Já tava escutando a aranha e... Que jogo você quer que eu jogue? Acho que conheço esse jogo.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love
Portal!
it.
That's
You
Portal gun,
trapped in a
senhor.
glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Eu não sei conhecer jogos isso aqui não, senhor. É.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Vamos levar pra cá. Ah, tá.
Genius.
Aqui. Aí. Beleza, é aqui.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I
Okay.
really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons.
Nossa.
I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long.
Vou soltar.
Goodbye.
Não morri. Gente, onde é que eu tô? Onde é que eu tô? Onde é que eu tô? Meu Deus, que escuro. Onde é que eu tô? Senhor, me fale, onde é que tô? Ai, meu Deus. Eita. 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 Onde é que eu tô? Senhor, onde é que eu estou? A minha sala. Eita. Foi o que aconteceu?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Que cara louco. Bom, pessoal. Beleza, e voltamos para o escritório número 427. Vamos ver.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Tá, tô nem aí.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Bom, vou na esquerda dessa vez.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back
Certo,
on
depois eu
track.
vou fazer o final do armário. Muito engraçado. Devia ter ficado lá agora.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Subir ou descer? Subir. Ai meu Deus, ai. Bom, não consigo abrir esse.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth.
Pronto.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Certo.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Certo, agora vamos para o porão da empresa. O que será que nós iremos enfrentar? Não sei. Será ou não que eu vou ligar?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Certo. Vamos ver.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Não. Escapar. Vamos escapar.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Então vamos pra frente.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Sério? Parece que sim.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Então, buraco. Pronto, dei a voltinha nele. Ah, eu vou ter que cair nele. Eita. O que aconteceu? Eita.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Stanley vai morrer?
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Ah,
So he
não.
resigned and willingly
não sai daqui,
accepted this
não.
violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Ferrou. Ferrou.
Farewell, Stanley,
Eita,
cried the
mulher.
narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Eita. Tem Stanley Parable. Meu Deus.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Um minuto aí. Isso aqui é o museu do Stanley. Computador do Stanley. As salas. Ainda que começou. Desde que o jogo começou. Vamos ver aqui. Certo, o jogo começou aqui. Tinha a primeira sala, a gente veio. Tinha a sala aqui. A gente veio os dois corredores. Ah, certo. Computadores. Não sei que isso deu sentido. Som de botões. Certo. Estranho. Sei lá o que é isso, eu não quero ler. A sala do Stanley.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Eita.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape, press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Do choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time choose.
Eita. O jogo não tá resetando. Bom pessoal, então esse é o nosso vídeo de Stanley Parable. Vou salvar aqui em cima aqui. Pronto. Agora vamos ver aqui, ó, terça-feira. Aí, tá lindo, beleza. Então esse foi o vídeo de hoje de Stanley Parable. Se você gostou do vídeo, lembre-se de deixar um like, se inscreva no canal caso você não seja inscrito, comente o que acharam do vídeo. E é isso, obrigado pelo view e falou!